Angie was the first coach I ever worked with. Right at the start of my entrepreneurial journey, I was about 6 months in, and I realized, hey, one client is not enough. Take this seriously. And Angie was referred to me as I heard about this thing like, oh, successful entrepreneurs, to have a business coach. And I was like, God, where do I find one? Who do I trust with everything I'm feeling, what I'm going through in this journey, right? So Angie came referred, and I'm so glad, to be honest. We've now known each other for a couple of years by now, and still super, super glad. When I when I got to know her, I mean, looking at it now, I was really behaving like an employee of my first client because it was a stable client every month. But I think I kind of acted dependent. And of course, there was an onboarding and everything. So, but eventually I realized, hey, I want multiple clients. There's more that I want to do. And I actually was an entrepreneur. I didn't become an employee for entrepreneurial hours. And what really, yeah, helped me with working with Angie is that she helped me in this mindset already from the beginning, because I can see that mindset wise, I think one of the biggest things she contributed to is my mindset. She's very big on adopting a CEO mindset. So really moved from acting like an employee to acting like a CEO that my company and I deserve. And at that point, I was trying to serve anyone in my area. I'm very specifically in sustainability and tourism. Now I know that I just serve tube raiders and accommodation specifically. But in the beginning, I tried to serve everyone. I now like to focus on sustainability certification, but anything sustainability related in tourism, I used to be willing to take on. So I spread myself thin. I had no niche, I had no focus. And together with Angie, we really niched it down into, in my case, a specific persona called Oscar. I'm still working with my Oscar persona, and a lot of the fun, she just helped me build the foundation of the way that my business is today, from branding, from the way I think, from the way I'm dealing with objections. I think in the beginning I found it more difficult to receive no's, and now I know that no is feedback. No doesn't mean that it's something negative, and that the more no's you get, the more you learn, and the quicker you get to a yes. So I think it all tackles back to that she moved me from acting like an employee in my own business to acting like a CEO, including that she is the person that told me you should hire a VA when I believed, can I afford a VA at this stage? Because for my feelings, she told me quite early. And actually, I was able, and I'm still having a VA today, and I wouldn't even want to go without one anymore. But I don't think that I would have hired a VA at that stage if she wasn't the one telling me, you are ready to have a VA, and trust me, it will work out for you. Do get a VA. So if you are also like early in your entrepreneurial journey and you feel like you need to get dragged towards acting like an actual CEO, not acting like the employee anymore, and be more specific in your directions. Angie's absolutely perfect, especially at some point I would call it a business therapy. Her personality is amazing. I would love to hop on calls with her and just tell everything that's going on, no matter how messy it was. She would tackle every single point. And I could just go on because I'm definitely not concise myself. But by now I've become more critical who I work with, what the work that I do, what I take on. I'm definitely not chasing. I'm now actually even saying no to people that would want to work with me because I recognize they're not ideal clients. And this whole shift of me acting more like a CEO and being more critical, it just changed everything. It really changed the way I run my business and thereby also my life. So Angie, thank you so, so much